Oh my! Who's this tall drink of green potion? It seems like Epona's one of the more sturdy horses in gaming history. Whoa, jeez. We've got the valuable water bombs now, and oops. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. Last episode, we traveled to the newly restored Hyrule Castle Town, but now it's time to stop collecting bugs for the Bug Princess and continue the main story. We made a promise to Queen Rutela that we'd help out her son, and she's gonna in turn help us get into the next dungeon. So we're headed to Telma's bar. I really like how many people are on the streets in this game. It adds to the hustle and bustle of the city. Even though a lot of them you can't talk to, it is kind of cool. Gives some more atmosphere to the town. And some of them even have a schedule, like in Majora's Mask. We saw Agatha was out in the gardens, and then the sun started to go down, so she went home. So now it's time to meet a very important character. And it's not this guy.
That is a Zora child. This is beyond my expertise. Humph. Good day, sir. The youth. Always lollygagging in front of the doorway. Out of my way, boy.
He is not too fond of Zora people. Doctor, wait! If something isn't done, this child will... Oh. And speaking of important characters, it's Ilia. And we're not even a wolf anymore, but she still gives us the cold shoulder. She doesn't recognize us for some reason. And there she is. Who is she? That's the important character I was talking about. And it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm not. Well, this isn't good. A human doctor won't do, huh? That's Louise, the cat. Telma's cat. And they have a pair. You could probably guess from the name. The Zora child is not in a good way. That's Prince Ralis. He's kind of on death's door. That old coot reminded me, though. I've heard of a shaman in Kakariko village in the Elden Lands who's tended Gorons and Zoras. Is that true? Perhaps if we take him there? We got a plan.
Inadvisable. Too dangerous. But we can't turn a blind eye to a pretty girl in need either.
Ooh,
Yes, we'd better escort you. Am I right, boys?
got a whole band of white knights ready to help this girl out. And they're all armed with spears and pretty pumped up to do so. Well, isn't that nice? To reach Kakariko, we've got to cross two plains that are each infested by dangerous beasts. But we'll be safe now. With all these soldiers, or none. They all chickened out. And even left that raw meat on the counter to rot. Cowards, don't ever show your faces here again. Jeez, well, they got me. Oh my. Who's this tall drink of green potion? Looks like we've got one young swordsman left. It's the hero, and he'll be enough. We don't need all those guards. We can do it. Not only that, but it looks like this brave young man will escort us, so get ready to go, honey, pronto. Telma, or Thelma, as it kind of sounds like, and Louise, you could probably guess, based off the movie. And she even looks a lot like a more modern Gina Davis. You know that girl, don't you? I think she's based off that actress. It's a real shame. She can't even remember her own name right now. She's got amnesia. Bless her heart. She found this poor boy collapsed in the road, so she did all she could to save him. More courage in that girl than in all the soldiers of Hyrule, for sure. Okay, well, I'm gonna show some courage here and help them out. You lend your strength to her, you hear me? You got it. So we've got a little bit of an escort quest. Louise is staring at us. Louise knows more than she lets on. So this is a little bit like escorting Crimea in Majora's Mask, but it's going to be more intense and exciting. We got to deal with our old buddy, King Bulblin. He's back, and he's patrolling the Great Bridge of Hylia on Lord Bulbo. So we're going to get a little rundown here of the mission. So you say the bridge to the east has been destroyed, huh? Then our only option is to cross the bridge to the west. If we go on the bridge to the east, they could actually be Thelma and Louise and just run the wagon right over the edge, but they're not going to do that. We got to make it there. You see what that means? We're going to have to fight. But we took him down once before. You'll have to deal with that thing. I think he's probably a little bitter because his horn is broken, so he's back with a vengeance. Epona made a friend. Got another horse over here to help us out. Pull in the wagon. Thank you so much for this. If you don't mind me asking, what's your name? Oh, it's Link? What a dumb name. No, Link. Aw. I will never in all my life forget your kindness, Link. But I might forget you as soon as you've told me who you are. Little lady, I think you'd best save your thanks until we're safe in Kakariko Village. We'll do it. We'll get you there, though. This swordman of ours has great eyes, honey. They're proud and wild, like a feral beast. It's like she knows, too. We need a beast right now to keep the true ones at bay. If we make it to Kakariko safely, we'll just thank him then, okay? Ooh. Uh-oh. I know the producer of the Zelda series, AGI Inuma, said that Telma's his favorite character. I almost wonder if he has a crush on Gina Davis. So he's like, I'm going to make a character that looks like her. Okay. Here we go. Now, this is kind of tough. We have to make sure the wagon is all right and not on fire. Ideally, you don't want your wagons ablaze. But we have to deal with Bulblins. We got King Bulblin ahead. And also, the most annoying part of this, the Kargaroks are going to be flying around trying to stop us as well. So keep our eyes open. First up, though, we got a duel. The sun's going down right when this is happening, so it's going to make it even more intense. I didn't plan that or anything. But we just started the episode right when the day was ending. Okay, so we're gonna duel. Go ahead on our own to make sure the bridge is clear, because he's just like he is kind of a monster of honor a little bit. He's facing us one-on-one here at first, but as you can see, he's flaunting those giant shields. So we'll have to deal with that. Okay, it's your turn, honey. We're counting on you. All right. So similar to the last duel with him on the Bridge of Elden. We're going to kind of face off in this trench here. But this time, we can't really do anything against his shields with our sword, but we can try to hit him with an arrow or get knocked off. At least there's water underneath. I don't even know what was under the other bridge. So yeah, we got to be careful and not get knocked off this time. But if we can hit him with a few arrows quickly here, he's going to try to dodge, but there we go. Just hit him with 2 arrows before you can dodge him still. It's a little tougher when you're shooting your bow. But there he goes. That's where we're headed next, down into the lake. Luckily, he dropped the gate keys. These keys open the gates along the path to Kakariko. Okay, so now we're good to go. It made it look a little easier than it is, because he can give you some trouble if you don't hit him fast enough with those arrows. Nice, Sonny. Keep up the good work. All right. Now, this is the tough part. We started with the boss, and now we have to deal with the minions. Kind of flipped. But it is a little tougher when we got a moving little carriage here that we're going to have to keep safe. All right, so this is where all those chews were dropping off. They hid there. Even the chews are afraid of what's ahead. So we got a little bit of a path here that we got to follow. You can see it on the map down there. And we ran through some grass or something, I guess, because we just had some rupees picked up. We don't have to deal with these guys. We could just kind of let them shoot. It's probably best to not worry about it too much, and if the wagon does happen to get set on fire, then use your Gale Boomerang on it. You can target it. There we go, and put it out. Just be very careful about the wagon's health. That's not the thing that makes this tough, though. It's making sure that the wagon even stays on the right path. Let me get around real quick, because we need to jump off and open this up. Sorry, Epona slid her face against the rocks there. Unintentionally a little bit. You're okay. Epona's like one of the strongest. I guess most horses in games aren't going to get hurt or die because they don't want the sadness of Neverending Story or something. But it seems like Epona's one of the more sturdy horses in gaming history. Whoa, jeez. Let's attack these guys and not get stuck on the wagon. We need to get to it quick, though, because it is on fire. You can use the Gale Boomerang on these guys as well to kind of slow them down a little bit. And if we don't do that fast enough, we're going to be in trouble. I don't think we're going to make it because I didn't go fast. I don't think I can do it. Get that bomb. Nope. So this is what happens. If you don't stop the Kargaroks with the bombs, then they will start blasting the path that you're on and make it so that it is much tougher for the wagon to get where it's going. So we gotta try to get ahead and target these things. And no! Oh, jeez. Scared Epona as well. Minda's gonna give us the hint. Hey, the horse is running in circles. Looks like it's startled by the bombs. Look at your map and do something before they drop those bombs. So that kind of marks out little spots that we have to be careful about. The wagon's gonna make its way back to the path, but it's just kind of showing us if we don't take care of the Kargaroks, we're gonna be in trouble in the long run. This Bulbo's leading me off the side. Oh no, go, go, go. It's gonna scare it one more time again. We're not even headed towards the right way anyway, so it's okay. But I'm gonna try my best here to, nope, didn't work. It's going off the path again. Yeah, you really have to be like with the wagon. So it's tough to balance both things at the same time. Stay close enough to the wagon so that when the Kargarok is there, you can hit it with the old Gale Boomerang. Otherwise, that bomb is going to send you off course. The horse is just like, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm running everywhere. All right, I hear another bomb, but there it is. Get it, get it, get it. There we go. All right, we stopped that one. There's another one, I think, usually. Oh, no, we got the one at this crossroads, so I think we're good as long as another one doesn't pop up. All right, that's the one to worry about. That's the one that'll really steer you off the path if you're not careful. We can use our bow to take these guys out a little easier than having to worry about the sword. Hey, the Bulbos aren't really bad, and I feel bad when they get knocked to the ground. They're not really what causes the trouble, because they're kind of nice. You can even ride them later in the game, but I just feel bad when I have to hit them, but sometimes they do knock you off the path. All right, so we should have another Kakariko situation here. Even if the wagon is kind of in trouble with the fire, it's more important to worry about the Kakariko's dropping those bombs, because if you don't do that, then it's just going to keep running circles, like Midna was saying, and you'll never get around here. Epona, we're going this way. She got a little scared there. All right, turn around. There we go. If you kind of pull back, she'll do a 180 there and just go where you need to go. Okay, we made it, and we're just skipping straight ahead to when that little boy is safely in bed, where Colin was resting before. But hopefully he's okay. He has passed through the worst of it. As long as he rests, he should recover in due time. Aw. Big toothy grin from that kid. Do you know the fate of his mother? Her welfare consumes him. He has been mumbling deliriously about her almost constantly. Oh man, we got some tough news in store. I can see the knowledge grieves you. It must be an awful memory. Link's great with body language. He has to be, though. Otherwise, we'd have no idea what he's thinking. I'll stay with him until he's better, no matter how long it takes. Colin would be a great doctor, it seems like, and he wouldn't be biased against Zora children. Is that so? Thank you, Colin. Okay. So, Ilia's here. And everybody's safe now. We pretty much rescued everyone that was taken by the Bulblin army at the beginning of the game, but we still got a little ways to go if she's ever going to remember us. Tough situation. A thankless job being the hero sometimes. Hey, Link, about Ilia. She remembers me, but she doesn't care about you anymore, haha. Is it true what they said about her? She has lost her memory, yes. Colin and regaining it. Sorry, I'll take that sentence again. Yes, she has regained her memory, Colin, and lost her memory. And regaining it will be no simple task. I'm sorry, it's late. I spent all my energy trying to help that kid. But it'll be all right, child. Don't worry. If we just give her some time, I'm certain that Ilia will find her heart again. I'm role-playing the shaman Ronaldo as dyslexic a little bit on accident. So, Colin, I'd like to ask you to stay in this village until then. It's our turn to show the courage that you have already displayed. You'll be the protector, little guy. You can have my slingshot. It's pretty much useless at this point, now that we have the bow. Might as well give it to one of the kids, and they'll have fun with it. Nice to see there's still hope here, and it's always good to see happy results repay your efforts. She's got her eye on someone else, though, not just Link. Those skills of yours, any chance you're of the mind to put them in use for Hyrule? What hope there is in our kingdom is frail and dying, and there's still a group trying to do what it can. And I'm a member of that group. The Illuminati. No, she has a secret society. Call me Telma. And we're gonna learn more about that later, but for now, let's head to the next dungeon. I may just stay here a bit longer. I'm still worried about Ilia, and well, never mind about the rest. There she goes. She's caught someone else. Someone a little more her age, I think. Link, I want to see you again at my bar. You hear me? The bar is actually a kind of safe house for my friends. There's a passageway that leads to the castle from in there as well. She's pretty youthful for an older lady, too, skipping about. If you ever need anything, stop by. I'll be waiting for you, honey. Wink. Link's like, whoa, what are these feelings? A lady. Attention from a lady. Link doesn't get that very often. Okay, so we're done here. Or so it seems, but another giant older woman is here to see us. But we can't, catch her eye. She's already gone to the afterlife. It's Queen Rutela. And we're going to finish the episode up by getting 2 more things that we need. The last 2 things we'll need to grab before heading to the dungeon. Okay, whoa, got stuck on the lamp. If we try to go a different way, She's like, no, no, no. This way. I am a guiding ghost. She teleported us. That's how powerful she is, even in death. All right, so she's going to lead us back here. I don't know. Yeah, it's not just because she's a ghost. I think something about her being huge is like, there's like a creepiness to her. I don't know. She's cool, though. All right. This is cool how they kind of mess with a lot of the character tropes, and like sometimes we meet heroes and rulers that aren't even around anymore, but they can still do stuff to help us. So back here, you guys remember this gravestone or this little marker? We saw that before, and it's got the Zora Sapphire from Ocarina of Time on it, or it did for a time, because oh, there we go. I was trying to remember if it exploded or disappeared. A little less abrupt to have it just disappear and fade away, but there's a secret path back here. We're just gonna scurry on through. Despite being kind of like a teenager, or, he feels more like an adult compared to some of the Links in other games. He still scurries through little holes and does childish things in the name of adventure. But as long as we're having fun. So over here, the secret grave of someone important. I think this is a descendant of the one from Ocarina of Time as well. I am deeply grateful to you for aiding my son, he's ailing, in this time of need. You are right to bring him here. Kakariko Village is a sacred place for the Zora people. It is where we take our eternal rest. My husband in life, King Zora, weep, also rests his spirit here. Just thinking about him slowly sidling over in Ocarina. It's no coincidence my son found his salvation in this place. There's his gravestone. That which I had promised you is within this grave. During his lifetime, my husband created garments specifically for the chosen hero. Garments that house the abilities of the Zora. And there it is. One of the coolest costumes in the series. In my opinion, at least. It is the Zora armor. The special garment was handed down through the Zora royal family. If you have it equipped, you can move freely through the water, but you're more vulnerable to fire and ice attacks. So gotta look out for those fiery keys. Now at last I can rejoin the king in slumber, and yet my son, he still knows nothing of my death. If you see him again, please pass on this message. Tell him he must not grieve his mother's passing. Tell him she wanted him to be brave and live on as the king of our people. And tell him his mother loves him without end. Tell him. All right. I'll leave that message. And the sun's coming up. It's like perfect timing with a lot of the daytime cycle here. Well, it's a good thing you found all your friends and picked up that nifty Zora armor. But aren't you forgetting something kind of important? That last fused shadow. Remember what Farron, the light spirit, said? He said you would need the fused shadows to defeat the Dark Overlord Zant and save the world. So even if you go back now with all the people you saved, the whole tragedy would just repeat itself. So let's go get it. We need to go to the temple on the lake bed of Lake Hylia. She just wants those for herself. No. All right. So there's a few rocks down here. That actually leads straight to Lake Hylia, and that one has some rupees. And we could go in there and mess with those, but we can't really blow them up yet. We don't have anything that works underwater. There we go. Garment's made of Zora scales. They let you breathe and swim in water, but are weak against fire and ice. So now when we swim, we can kind of move around and flip our little flippers back and forth. Kind of a little bit of a throwback to Link to the Past when you got the Zora flippers, but now we can actually go underwater. Just not quite as fast as the Zora transformation in Majora's Mask. Now, before we finish this episode, we're going to go grab a useful item from our buddy Barnes. He's got something new to sell us that is also required to get into that temple. And we look pretty cool here. I didn't show you guys the armor. We've got like the kind of head pattern and the armor that a lot of the Zora soldiers seem to wear with the eyes on there. And we've got cool little flipper feet as well as scales. So yeah, this is one of my favorite costumes that Link gets in the games. Like most of the time you get a tunic that reduces damage or provides heat resistance and stuff, but it doesn't really change how he looks that much. It's more of like a palette swap. But this one has a completely different appearance while still retaining, the little sleeping cap and normal tunic look. It's just a little bit cooler. Okay, so we're gonna jump into Barnes's bomb shop, and he's got something new for us. I think he sent us a letter about it, or he will send us a letter if we ended up, trying to get out of here without getting it. What do you got for me, buddy? Hey, I've been waiting for you. Take a peek at this. I finished my water bombs. These little fellas are so advanced, you can even use them in the water. Oh, they'll come in handy, guaranteed. You want to buy some? All right, now, take a good gander. So if we want to buy these, they even work underwater. I sell them in sets of 5. We're going to need to get rid of our other bombs. Well, hey, we're open 24 hours a day. Yep, just drop on by. So this counter over here, if we want to speak to him, this is where we sell our bombs. You can only carry one type of bombs in your bomb bag. A very good day to you, sir. Welcome to the incredibly fancy bomb buyback counter. Mercy me, what do we have here? Appears you have some bombs. Allow me a moment's peek into that bag. Now, bombs, huh? If you have a mind to sell those, I'll buy 21 bombs for 31 rupees. How's that sound, sir? Sure, I'll sell. Splendid, I'll give you 31 rupees for your 21 bombs. Very well then, farewell. He's both shopkeepers here. He couldn't get any help, I guess, from the kids in town. All right, so yeah, we can get several other bomb bags later on, but for now, we're gonna need these. So I'm gonna buy 15 for 90 rupees, pretty expensive, and we're gonna need them though, so I'm gonna spend a bunch of my money. All right, stuff them in the bomb bag. All right, and we're good to go. So we'll probably come back here, or we can just collect bombs. I was gonna say we'll come back here and buy some more bombs, but we can get them elsewhere. And we'll have a new bomb bag. We'll have 2 new bomb bags, most likely next episode, so we can carry normal bombs as well. Thank you guys for watching. We've got the valuable water bombs now, and oops. There you go. There's a good look at it. Let's take a look as the episode finishes up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. Next time, we are headed towards the next dungeon. I'll see you then for more Twilight Princess. Goodbye.